Hello everyone, and welcome to the opening race of the Honda Cbr250R National Series, part of the 2014 Mopar Canadian Road Racing Championships from Shannonville Motorsport Park, Ontario. This is Frank Wood, your series announcer, reporting from Shannonville Motorsport Park's Pro Track. The National Championship event is presented by Honda Canada, Dunlop, and Mopar. And our competitors are now on their warm-up lap. Let's present the grid from official qualifying earlier today. Starting from 7th position from Bobcaygeon, Ontario, riding on the number 58 machine is Joshua Thomas. From 6th position, the Windsor, Ontario speedster riding the number 81 machine, Jordan Renshaw. Starting from 5th position, hailing from Oakville, Ontario, mounted on the 141 machine, Jared Walker. Moving up to the front row, starting from 4th position, mounted on the number 34 machine from Notre Dame de Île-Perrot, Quebec, Eric Quentin. From 3rd position, from Montreal, Quebec, mounted on the 181 machine, Jean-Pascal Schroeder. We move up to 2nd fastest qualifier out of Oakville, Ontario, mounted on the 112 machine, Cameron Walker. And starting from pole position, in from Falmouth, Nova Scotia, mounted on the O'Leary Brothers Racing number 210, Jacob Shaw O'Leary. That is your field for the National Championship Honda Cbr250R first round of the 2014 season. Jacob Shaw O'Leary following the footsteps of his older brother Austin Shaw O'Leary, who was a top competitor in the Honda Cbr250R Challenge just 2 years back, finishing 2nd in the nation behind Stacy Nesbitt, who won the inaugural Honda Cbr250 championship after already netting the Honda Cbr125 championship the previous year. So here we go, the revs are starting to build now. The red lights are on. When the lights go off, the clutches come out and the riders will launch, and they have done so. And it looks like O'Leary, if I'm not mistaken, has got the jump on this one as they head off into turn 1 now. Stacked up now evenly in this train. It is the number 34 machine for sure of Eric Quentin. Very easy to spot that white bike with the orange wheels. He's running in 3rd spot now as they exit turn 2 and head down into turn 7 for the first time. Lap 1 of 10 of the first national championship race of the 2014 season, and these kids are ready to give it and go. Quentin now working from 3rd spot. It looks like he's trying for 2nd as they head up in towards the hairpin here. We'll see if we can get some identification on these riders as they peel off now and stack up in behind one another. This is where Quentin has moved into the race lead coming off the hairpin, but that is quickly forfeited to, I believe that is Shaw O'Leary, Jacob Shaw O'Leary on the number 210 bike. Again, we'll look for positive identification as the riders now on full throttle down the back straightaway into Big I territory. Now they bank it over into turn 11. Look at the speed they carry coming over to that corner. The 4th place rider, they're just about going off the racetrack. We'll capture that on camera, no doubt, and you'll be able to see all of this action later on CSBK.ca. Quentin moves to the inside and moves into 2nd spot. What a beautiful move. It's Walker that's out front. Cameron Walker, if I am not mistaken, has your race lead as they pull out of turn number 14 onto the front straightaway, and it is Walker with your race lead. Quentin running in 2nd spot. JP Schroeder takes an inside line in 3rd place, and just about he has lost that 3rd position as another rider moving up there into 3rd spot, and they are very, very tight indeed. And that was Jacob Shaw O'Leary, the rider that made the move. So Shaw O'Leary, after fast qualifying, sitting back now in the 3rd spot, and he's got the bit between his teeth right now, a burr under his saddle, and the riding crop is out for the Falmouth fast boy Jacob Shaw O'Leary as they head up into the hairpin once more. Look at the top 4 riders glued together as one. Holy cow, I thought for a minute we had a rider down there so close in the hairpin, as Eric Quentin now getting just a little bit of breathing space here, as in pursuit JP Schroeder on the 181 bike, Jacob Shaw O'Leary on the 210 bike, Cameron Walker on the 112. Those are your 4 top riders coming off the back straightaway once more. And I think that is O'Leary that's running that wide line on 11 there. He's scaring the bleep out of me at times as they come off that back straightaway. That is his fastest point of this race course at the end of the Fabi straightaway onto turn 11. And they hit that corner at very, very high speed. Walker still holds on to 2nd spot now as Eric Quentin in your race lead, the Quebec rider, and then the number 210 of Jacob Shaw O'Leary in third spot. So Walker and O'Leary now, and Cantan starting to get some distance away from Schroeder. Jordan Renshaw on the number 81 bike, and Joshua Thomas on the 58 bike, also in pursuit out there. Jared Walker on the 141, but it's his brother Cameron on the 112 machine that's mixed up in that fray for the front. And look at the three of them now as they come in through turn number 9. Now stacking it up into 10, the hairpin, where things get very, very tight in there. Side by side on the exit of the hairpin, Cameron Walker and Jacob Shaw O'Leary. They were trading elbows there. I can't wait to see the footage from that one. As Shaw O'Leary now running in third spot, and it looks like he has a pass in mind. He's in the soft air. He pulls out to make the pass. Side by side now, the brakes are heating up just a tad going into turn 11. Your top 3 riders, Cantan, still with your race lead. Walker on the 112 machine after being second fastest qualifier. There are oohs and ahs coming from the crowd now as they're swapping positions coming down into Allen's corner. And it is Jacob Shaw O'Leary who is finally busted clear of the rest of them and has moved into first spot. Eric Cantan glancing over his shoulders, and all he sees is that big 112 number plate of Cameron Walker. Walker has a look to the inside of turn 1 as he hopes to move past Cantan and in pursuit of Jacob Shaw O'Leary, but it's O'Leary now that's got the clear field of vision, and I'm going to give him about 7, perhaps as many as 8 bike lengths now on the exit of turn 2 as they head up into turn number 8. From the tower here, we can't see what's happening in turn 8, but rest assured we're capturing that footage for you on television. You'll be able to watch it just a little bit later on this weekend on csbk.ca. To the hairpin once more. Your race leader starting to spread out just a tad now as O'Leary, as with your race lead, Eric Cantan has passed Cameron Walker to move into second spot, but now here comes Walker right up alongside him. Walker making himself small behind that plexiglass, getting as aerodynamic as possible, continues to pull away from Cantan just a little bit and has within his sights cleanly he wants to catch up to O'Leary. Shaw O'Leary now through the S's. Top 4 riders, top 3 definitely within a stone's throw of one another, and JP Schroeder on that 181 bike. Schroeder competing in the Dealey Harley-Davidson XR1200 class in the 2013 Mopar Canadian Superbike Series, and now testing the waters of the Honda Cbr250R Challenge. Walker now a study in concentration. Cameron Walker, oh man, this reminds me of one of those nature shows where you see the animals just getting ready to pounce on his prey, and Walker is in that position. He's getting ready to pounce, and I got a sneaking suspicion he's going to do it and surprise us all when they come out from behind those trees. Cameron Walker on the 112 machine, the Oakville, Ontario speedster, now tenuously holding on to second spot and in pursuit of the foremost fast boy, Jacob Shaw O'Leary. Once more into the hairpin as this race winds on. Now the top 3 riders with distinct breathing space, and perhaps the best breather of all is up front on Jacob Shaw O'Leary. You can rest assured he's getting the pit signals on the front straightaway here as well. As down the back straightaway they go. Jacob Shaw O'Leary will give him 8 bike lengths now as Walker closes it up, makes it 7, makes it 6, peels off into 11, and Walker still trying desperately to catch up to and to match the pace of the Falmouth fast boy, as we call him, the Nova Scotia speedster. He's just one of the East Coast cartel riders who have joined us at the opening round of the Mopar Canadian Superbike Championships for 2014 with the Honda Cbr250R Challenge Racers on track now, breaking the ice, the first national championship race of the year. Shaw O'Leary, Cameron Walker, and Eric Cantan, your top 3 there now. JP Schroeder, Jean-Pascal Schroeder, then the 81 bike of Jordan Renshaw and Joshua Thomas on the 58 bike. There's the race within the race. Walker's on the move. Walker is definitely on the move. We caught sight of him in the exit of turn 2, and he is really starting to reel in your race leader, Jacob Shaw O'Leary. Oh, look at them now as they head into turn 9. They are side by side on the exit of turn 9. Up into the hairpin now. I won't even hazard a guess. Oh, almost contact at the hairpin there as taking the wide line around. I believe that was Cameron Walker, if I'm not mistaken. We'll see if we can get a correct reading on that. Is it Jacob Shaw O'Leary, or is that Cameron Walker? It's Jacob Shaw O'Leary continues to lead this race as Cameron Walker starting to close in once more. Walker was right up beside him and left a little bit of a paint scrape along his fairing, if I'm not mistaken. Walker is really on the move here, and he is the man to watch in this one. If anybody's going to take it to Jacob Shaw O'Leary, it has obviously been left in the basket of Cameron Walker. He on the 112 machine running a steadied and very positive and focused race here. I mentioned the Walker family not only competing at the Race Super Series here at Shannonville Motorsport Park, but we've seen the family, David and his two sons, Cameron and Jared, out for track days and what have you. So the Walker family, all three of them, have been getting some very good saddle time. Looks like we have a mechanical problem now for Renshaw. Oh, Jared Walker's had the problems now. Walker pointing at his motorcycle as he went past the control tower here. Meanwhile, we glance back up into the hairpin once more, and just getting past that new Dunlop sign at the hairpin is Jacob Shaw O'Leary. He was fast qualifier, but Cameron Walker, watch this man in second spot. Walker now on the move. He pulls up right behind him, swings out into the hard air, now has made the pass. Cameron Walker moves into first spot. Oh, Jacob Shaw O'Leary will have nothing of it. No way, he passes them on the outside. Oh my goodness gracious. Jacob Shaw O'Leary has shown great bravery and skill by moving back into first place. Jacob Shaw O'Leary, a brilliant outside brave pass in turn 11. That territory of this race course that I call Big Eye territory. It's as fast as they go and as hard as they use the brakes at any point on this race course. O'Leary continues to lead over Walker, and the pace that these two riders have set have really drawn them away from those in pursuit. Eric Cantan now running a very lonely race, as is JP Schroeder, and of course the 81 bike of Jordan Renshaw also having a relatively lonely ride out there. The only ones in competition, the race within the race, is right up front and easy to see. Cameron Walker in second spot. Jacob Shaw O'Leary continues to lead, now into the hairpin once more. O'Leary gets a nice run through the hairpin there and gets a good push. But this is where Cameron Walker was making up the distance last time around. This is where Walker is using that soft air to his advantage, and this time he's making the pass just a tad early, and I wonder whether Jacob Shaw O'Leary can return favor once more. I shan't wonder any longer as, oh no, he hasn't done it. He hasn't done it. Jacob Shaw O'Leary didn't get the job done this time around. Cameron Walker has your race leader and has gone on defense. Now down into Allen's corner, watch Walker defend his line. And Shaw O'Leary right in his wheel tracks, ready to pounce given the opportunity. He hugs the inside line of the last corner. And Jacob Shaw O'Leary now finds himself in the job of hunting. Knocked back into second spot. It happened last time around. He was able to return the favor and move back into first. This time around, Cameron Walker making the pass on the back straightaway on the entrance of turn 11. A very high-speed portion of the race course is where Walker made his move. It worked out for him this time around, and he continues to lead this race, but ever so slightly as they head back up into the hairpin once more. Walker with the lead. Oh, Shaw O'Leary looks to the inside. Not quite enough room here now. Let's see whether Shaw O'Leary has got the ponies to catch up to Walker. Remember, it was Walker who was able to draw in Shaw O'Leary under power on that back straightaway. Now Walker has the lead, and Shaw O'Leary making himself as small as he can get to get through that air as quickly as possible. He closes up slightly on brakes. I'll give him a couple of bike lengths on brakes. See what he does down through the S's here as they flip first to their right, then to their left, and then stand it up and get ready for the big left-hand corner that we know as Allen's corner. Shaw O'Leary looks to the inside. Oh, he clips the curb and just about makes contact with Cameron Walker, your race leader. The last lap flag is now out. This is it. The gloves are off. Walker shifts it up a gear. Immediately behind him, Jacob Shaw O'Leary also notches it up one more gear in pursuit. This is going to be great. Wait till you see the run down the back straightaway. Shaw O'Leary now 3 bike lengths behind. Cameron Walker out of Oakville, Ontario, continues to lead this thing. He pulls from turn 2. They head now into the right-hander of turn 8. Walker still with the lead. Shaw O'Leary is ready and willing, given the opportunity. O'Leary looks to the inside once more, side by side on the exit. Now let's see what happens as Walker, this time he's only got about 5 or 6 bikes lengths lead. Last time around it was slightly more than this, so I'm telling you that Jacob Shaw O'Leary may well indeed have an opportunity this time around. He closes within a stone's throw. It's all going to happen at Allen's. Get ready. It's going to happen at Allen's. Cameron Walker now through the S's. Here comes Shaw O'Leary. Where did he find room for that? Where was there room on the racetrack for Jacob Shaw O'Leary to have made that pass? That was absolutely surgical and brilliant move by this Falmouth fast boy. Here he comes now onto the front straightaway. Jacob Shaw O'Leary has scored his first national championship win. Honorable mention to Cameron Walker. What a race between those two guys. Awesome stuff. Oh my goodness. Terrific start to the season for the Honda Cbr250R challenge. And boy, let's get ready to put our hands together, not only for Jacob Shaw O'Leary, obviously for winning his first national championship, but hats off for a brilliant and great fist fight from Cameron Walker, the Oakville, Ontario rider, really holding out there right to the final flag. Jacob Cameron, that was a terrific tussle, perhaps best seen from behind your handlebars. Tell us about your race.
Oh, it was a close race all along. Eric was up there at first, but he seemed to fall behind in the pace. But it was a close and excellent race.
Did you have any moments that you care to share with us, Cameron?
Oh, the last lap, while Jacob passed me on the inside, it was a very close pass, but it was a nice and solid pass.
Jacob Shaw O'Leary, congratulations first of all, and secondly, tell us about that contest.
Thank you, Frank. Yeah, it was a really great race. Off the start, I fell a little behind and was in 4th and followed the guys around and just started picking my way through the pack. And Cameron and I pulled away from the rest of the guys and had a great battle.
After that start running in 4th spot, were you getting frustrated at all, Jacob?
No, not really. I knew that I was faster in qualifying, so I knew that if I had to, I could put a move on someone somewhere.
Ladies and gentlemen, your second place finisher, Cameron Walker out of Oakville, Ontario. And on top of the box this time around, the O'Leary brothers racing, Jacob Shaw O'Leary from Falmouth, Nova Scotia.